viewers, welcome to another exciting episode on Nebo TV. My name is Abba Onome. As we all know, since the advent of coronavirus outbreak in Nigeria, there has been drastic increase in the numbers of persons who are falling victim of the coronavirus pandemic. And so today we'll be looking at various prominent people in the society who have lost their lives as a result of coronavirus. We're starting off with Abba Kyari, so stay with us.
Since March 23rd, 2020, when the first coronavirus death case was recorded involving a prominent person, a 67-year-old Suleiman Achimogu, an engineer and former managing director of Pipelines and Product Marketing Company. Prominent politicians, including a former governor, ministers, lawmakers, party chieftains, among others, have lost their lives. Top among them was the late Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, Malam Abba Kyari. It all started from the presidential villa Abuja, the country's seat of power, when Kyari, who was appointed Chief of Staff in August 2015 by President Muhammadu Buhari, tested positive to coronavirus on March 24, 2020. The 67-year-old presidential aide battled with the pandemic until April 17, 2020, when he succumbed to complications arising from it at the First Cardiology Consultant, a private hospital in Ikoyi area of Lagos State. He was buried at the Gudu Cemetery, Abuja, on April 18, 2020. The late influential presidential aide was said to have contracted the virus in Germany, where he visited for talks with top officials of Siemens, a German energy firm, on issues around the power sector.
Having talked about Abba Kyari, let's also look at other prominent people in the society who lost their lives as a result of coronavirus. Let's take a look at Lagos State Senator Adebayo Sikiru Osinowo and Oyo State Senator Abiola Ajimobi. So stay with us.
Senator Adebayo Sikiru Osinowo reportedly died of coronavirus at the First Cardiology Consultant, the same hospital where Kyari died. Osinowo, who was a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly for 16 years, died on 15 June 2020 at the age of 64. The Senate held a valedictory session in his honor, where his colleagues extolled his heroic contribution to the development of the country's democracy. The Senate President Ahmed Lawan said the late Osinowo left a very deep impression that he was very friendly, jovial and unassuming person, even though he accomplished so much. The immediate past governor of Oyo State, Senator Abiola Ajimobi, died on the 25th of June following the complication arising from the pandemic at age 70. While battling with the virus, Ajimobi was declared as the acting chairman of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) after the Court of Appeal upheld the suspension of its estranged former chairman, Adams Oshomole. Between 2003 and 2007, Ajimobi, under the platform of the Alliance for Democracy, served as senator representing Oyo South. In 2011, he won the Oyo State governorship election under the platform of Action Congress of Nigeria (ACN) and was re-elected for second term in 2015, making him the first governor in the history of Oyo State to complete a two-term in office.
Alright, let's move further to northern part of the country. A member of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Suleiman Adamu, and two Borno State House of Assembly members lost their lives as a result of coronavirus. Stay with us as we go briefly into this.
On April 30th, a member of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Suleiman Adamu, died after a brief illness. It was days after his death that the sample taken from him returned positive for COVID-19. The governor of the state, Abdullahi Sule, confirmed that the deceased died from coronavirus complications. Governor Sule said the deceased was admitted at the Federal Medical Center, Kefi. He had symptoms of coronavirus. His sample was taken, but before it was out, he died and was buried. His result came out positive on Saturday, May 3, 2020. Two members of Borno State House of Assembly, Umar Audi Jaoro and Wakil Bukar, were also said to have died of coronavirus pandemic in the month of May. Reports from the state quoted sources as confirming that the deceased lawmakers died due to the pandemic.
Another prominent person in the society who also lost his life as a result of coronavirus is one of the members of COVID-19 task force, the person of Shuaibu Danlami and Wehab Adegbenro, Ondo State Commissioner of Health. So stay with us as we go briefly into this.
A staff of Gombe government has Shuaibu Danlami, a director for special services and politics at the office of the SSG and a member of the state's task force on COVID-19, died of the virus on 31st May 2020. His death forced the state government to shut down the office of the secretary to the state government SSG and the government house clinic for disinfection. The chairman of the COVID-19 task force in Gombe, Professor Idris Mohammed, confirmed that the deceased died of the virus. Ondo State Commissioner of Health, Wehab Adegbenro, has died of COVID-19 complications. A family source told The Cable, an online news platform, that Adegbenro died at the State Infectious Disease Hospital on July 2nd, 2020 as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. The late Adegbenro is a native of Ilara Monkey in Ifedora local government area of the state.
Aminu Adisa Logun, the Chief of Staff to Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State, also lost his life as a result of coronavirus. And the latest COVID-19 casualty is a Lagos State House of Assembly member, the person of Tunde Buraimo. So stay with us as we go briefly into these two persons and how they died of coronavirus pandemic.
Aminu Adisa Logun was the chief of staff to Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State until Tuesday, 7th of July 2020, when he died of COVID-19 complications. According to the chief press secretary to the governor, Rafiu Ajakaye, Logun, an industrialist, a public intellectual, and an elder statesman, died Tuesday, 7th of July 2020. He died only a few hours after the test of his result turned positive. A 7-day mourning was declared in his honor. Logun was a pioneer industrialist in Ilori and an alumnus of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru Jos. He hailed from Ilori, the state capital. The latest COVID-19 casualty in the political scene was a member of Lagos State House of Assembly, Tunde Buraimo, who died early hours of Friday, 10th July 2020. The cause of his death was yet to be formally announced as at the time the report was filed, but one of his colleagues said he died of COVID-19. Buraimo, a one-time chairman of Kosofe local government, was serving his second term in the Legislative House and was the chairman committee on information, security and strategy. Sources close to him said he might have contracted the virus from the late Senator Osinowo, as he was one of his confidants. They were both political leaders in Lagos East Senatorial District, especially Kosofe.
Alright viewers, so far these are the prominent people in the society that has lost their lives to coronavirus outbreak in Nigeria. So see you next time, same channel, Nebo TV, subscribe. God bless you and God bless Nigeria.